What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go ahead and address what I covered in the last video, which is the overheating of the Honda. I do have new components. I bought a new radiator and a new thermostat, so let's go ahead, swap those out, and see if the engine will stay cool. So the way I'm going to start this today is I'm actually going to try to target the highest point of the engine cooling system itself, which would probably be this hose right here. I'm going to start right here because it seems to be the highest point. I've already opened this up and it looks like my fluid level is just about halfway on this hose, so I'm not going to have very much antifreeze spilling out, but I need to prepare for some to spill out. But I'm not going to mess with the radiator just yet. I'm actually going to work with the hose on this one first, drain all this so I can get the cap off of this thermostat. This is your thermostat for a Honda Magna, or the casing for it. The thermostat is inside here, but it's going to be a 10 millimeter bolt to get the actual casing off of this bracket. Then it's going to be 8 millimeter bolt to pop off the top of this so I can access the inside of the thermostat housing. After I swap that out, then we'll go ahead and get on to the actual radiator and start draining it and taking everything apart from it and try to get it as clean as possible. Again, there really sometimes is no way to keep it clean, especially on a bike, because what I like on some manufacturers, they actually have a little bleed valve or a drain valve down at the bottom of the radiator, and it makes it easier and cleaner, more organized. Unfortunately, I don't have that option nor the luxury, so I'm going to do my best to capture as much of this antifreeze as possible. Again, if you have any pets, do not let your animals lick or drink any of the antifreeze, because it is lethal to them. It is lethal to ingest. So and they're stupid, they'll drink it. So stay away from it. Try to keep your animals away from it if you spill it by chance. That's why you have to have a bucket under there to catch as much of it as possible. If you spill any, make sure you clean up your area for the safety of your pets. Alright, so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started with this portion before I mess with the radiator, and we're going to go ahead and swap out that thermostat. Alright, so first step I'm going to take is I'm going to loosen this up here and try to drain whatever I can into this bucket. Just a little bit came out. That's good. And then control the pour. There we go. Like I said, you're always going to make some kind of a mess somewhere. It's gonna happen, guys. So that finished draining. So let's go ahead and pop the top off of the thermostat, which is this right here. I have access to all 3 bolts. For the record, I've never had any leaks from the thermostat. Not once. Should be able to pop this loose, break it free. Yeah, that O-ring still has a little bit of life left in it, so that's good. Celsius, 62 Celsius. Yeah, we're good. What I wanted to see was there sediment stuck inside there? Yeah. It looks like this one's open some. This one's closed, this one's open. How can I tell? Look at the plunger on the bottom. You see how this copper plunger is actually further down and this one here is pushed up. It's hard to tell. Yeah, you can see. It is identical. It's the same one. So yeah, I think this thermostat was done. This one is original from 2002. So time for an upgrade. My objective is I wanted to see what's inside here, if any sediment got in there, because that'll let me know if anything made its way from the bottom through the water pump, through the engine itself, and up and in through the channels and into here before it made it to the thermostat. So I want to get a flashlight real quick and shine some light on that subject real quick. All right, first look inside here. I do remember this was clean, very clean after I finished it, and it looks as though, yeah, just a little bit of sediment. I don't know if you guys can see it swirling around in there. Yeah, it's very, very small sediment. So part of me is not liking that very much. What I may end up doing, I don't want to do this, but what I'll probably do is I'll drain the whole bike, and after I get rid of this radiator, I'm actually gonna hook the bike up to the water of the house, to the bottom hose, let the bike run, and let it push the water through and flush the inside of the engine, and then I'll drain that water so there's almost nothing in there. It'll be, I mean, it's okay, a little bit's okay. And then I'll put antifreeze back in the bike and top everything else off. So that way I've flushed out the engine of all sediment, I've flushed out the water pump, and I'm gonna have a new radiator that won't have any sediment that will make its way inside here. So, all right, well, I think the best thing to do is keep draining the bike. I need to drain the engine, but yeah, okay. So in order to drain the engine, let me show you guys real quick. It's hard to see, but there's two drain plugs on the front of the engine. I've looked on the back of the engine, I didn't see them, but on the front there's two of them, and I think they're 10 millimeters. Both of them are 10s. So allow me to show you where they be. So if you're gonna do an engine flush, you'll know where they are. On a Honda Magna, they are right up front. I don't know if you guys can see, probably can, right there. This one, and then there's one over there. You probably can't see it. Let's see if I can point. Right there. Probably can't see, but it's there. Boop. I'll take pictures or whatever I can to show you. But trust me, it's there. Yeah, I'm gonna pop this one loose and it's gonna drain that fluid. So let me go ahead and do that. All right, so let's try this again. Again with Me not being a righty. See how it's dripping? It's antifreeze. And then you boop. And that's engine coolant, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. I'm just gonna let that go, drain the whole engine. And I'm gonna repeat the same process on the other side. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and pop this part loose. This is the one that is going to empty out the whole radiator. This is the one that's gonna make the mess. So I'm impatient. I don't like waiting. And I'm about to make a mess. Here we go. Wow. I really thought there was gonna be more than that. That's weird. This should be. There should be way more inside that radiator. That's kind of alarming. No, it's empty. Ish. You know, looking down in there, it's not entirely empty. That's actually kind of crazy. It should be bone dry right now. All right, let's go ahead and pop this off of here and get the radiator off. Interesting. All right, we got just a little bit left to go. Get this off of here. Pop that free. So let's get the fan separated from the unit and we'll go from there. I will be taking the bike out, letting it run with the water going through here. But yeah, here's our radiator, our problem child. Now later, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna fill this thing up with CLR, and I'm gonna see if that actually does any good. I mean, I'm not gonna reuse this, clearly, because I mean, it's already been in an accident at one point. You can see where some of the brackets were bent, and I tried to save it the best I could, but unfortunately my efforts kind of came up short.
8mm bolts. I do know that this fan does work. I tested it before I took off the bike. It may. Sounds good. Sounds good. Alright, and I need to get this sensor out.
Try to take it easy on this one, because I don't have a replacement. And so far, this thing seems to be working.
In case you didn't know, 7/8 seems to fit this one just fine.
Feels pretty clean. I'm gonna clean those threads up before I put in the other one. Clean that contact, nice and shiny. Make sure that's gonna be good whenever it goes back on. But yeah, this one looks pretty pretty crummy. All right, so let's lay everything side by side with the new radiator, which is right here. This one cost me $150. I bit the bullet and went ahead and purchased it because I strongly believe this was my situation. This was my problemo. So far, everything looks like they line up. I'm gonna have to transfer some of the grommets over, which is fine. I kind of expected that. There is no cord charge on this. Just want to let you know. both feel aluminum, so I think they are. Same mounting brackets. That's a plug that'll be removed. There's rubber grommets that I'm gonna have to pull off of this one. This one comes with its own radiator cap, which is good. I like that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. But it wasn't so much of, you know, not being able to see through it, because you can. So there was air getting past it. The only problem was it's the actual channels, the little bitty channels in between here where the fluid actually flows. There's got to be calcium deposit. I know it's down here in the bottom. I showed you guys before on the camera. So if it's blockage here, it's not allowing it to get past. So these are empty channels. There's calcium buildup in all of this, so that flow has to go all the way up here and then finally, you know, make its way through. There's just not enough flow. Whereas on these are wide open, they're brand new, and oh yeah, man, you can see clear through that. Wow. Man, these fins are way closer together than these. These are really spaced apart. Damn, that's nice. Alright, well, let me switch some stuff over really quick and I'll get right back to you. I'm actually going to bring the bike out, probably over here, and just hook up the hose and let it run. If you have a bracket or something like this that just isn't in the right position, here's a little tip, a little trick. You can use a crescent wrench, only a crescent wrench, because it doesn't damage everything. But you bite down on it. I've done this once before with rear brakes. Okay, keep a good firm grip down and slowly pull up. It's going to angle it outward a little bit, and that's fine. And then you just take this and slowly pop it back in place, and barely any scuffing. And then you just check to see if everything lines up, which sometimes it may be overdone. Like this, it was just a little bit overdone. That's okay. That just means I need to pull it back some. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Yeah. Just grab that lip and pull it on back. Or you just get here and roll it back. Let's see if that lines up. 1, 2, and voila. So cannot tell you guys how many times I've had to do that. And now all three work. It's a little snug. A little snug and
A little snug.
and it will not touch the fan. Perfect. Perfect clearance. I don't know if you guys can see, you probably can't, but it's there. Excellent. There you go. Alright, well, let me go ahead and get the bike out. I'm gonna flush that system before I plug all this stuff back up and get the bike reassembled. Okay, so before I get into the time lapse of putting the new radiator on the bike, I want to let you guys know I have gone ahead and I did reinstall the drain plugs for the engine right up in here. You got one here and one here. Remember, don't forget those, otherwise all your stuff's just gonna spill right out, and then you're gonna be really mad. Ask me how I know. Yeah, popping. It's way too rich on this side, because I can do it over here. I barely get it over here. So that tells me that I kind of have a rich mixture somewhere, but I do still need to synchronize the carburetors, which I will get to probably in the next video, because I do believe, ladies and gentlemen, that I have solved my overheating issue. I've already gone through everything and I've looked, and I got no leaks in the hoses. I got no leaks in the radiator cap, none whatsoever. That's good. No leaks here, no leaks around the thermostat, no leaks on the drain plugs. I mean, it's good. It's good. Everything is good. And whenever it gets, you know, really hot, this little light where it says temperature, you guys can see, that little light will click on. It just comes on and then goes back off. That pretty much tells the fan that's down here when to turn on. So I'm kind of waiting for it to turn back on again. But I did take it for a ride through the neighborhood. Oh, there it goes. It kicked on and all that hot air is blowing right in my face. But yeah, that's good, guys. This bike is no longer overheating. It's maintaining a proper operating temperature, which is fantastic. I'm so happy for this. So, man, I have a feeling that the bike, just in functionality, not for presentation, but for functionality, I think it will be ready for the Lone Star Rally this year in Galveston. I am looking forward to that. I've got a couple more things I got to do to the bike, guys. So whenever you guys see me down there, if you want to come down there and pay me a visit, I'll do what I can to post up where I'm going to be at the Lone Star Rally, what hotel I'll be staying at, if there's going to be any rooms available. And if possible, I may be staying with the guys. I'm going down there with a bunch of other bikers, and we may end up getting like a beach house or something, but we don't know. We're gonna work some stuff out. But yeah, just I will be going down to the Lone Star Rally this year, so if you guys want to come down there and see me and actually check out the bike and what I've done in person, please feel free to come down there. And if I see you guys in the parade, feel free to come up, give me a high five, tell me who you are, get yourself on camera so that I can put your name at the bottom of the screen and introduce myself to the rest of y'all. I look forward to that. I'm really excited for it. So I'm actually really excited now because the bike's no longer overheating. Oh man, that just, oh, I'm so tickled pink with that. I'm so happy. All right, well, I do believe that is going to be a wrap for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content of it as much as I had making it for you. And in the next video, I promise you I'm going to do what I can to synchronize the carburetors with my gauges that I just recently bought. And I'm also going to show you guys, if possible, somewhere the stuff that I found in here, when I bumped it to the side, I flushed water this way and plugged that hole, which forced water that way instead of going this way. And if you look down inside of the actual radiator itself, you can see there's junk that slid out of these little fins, and that's clear indication that it was a flow issue and my radiator was the main problem, and it is no longer. I'm really happy about that. So anyway, like I said, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please do it. If you haven't commented, please do it. Feel free to, and like the video, you know, like the channel. It helps me out. Even if you don't want to, just do it anyway. It's free. I'm not gonna like charge you for it. So anyway, I appreciate you guys sticking around for another episode of SV Cruiser and watching the further progress of the Honda Magna. I'm excited. I love this bike. I love this bike. As much as I've put into it, I'm a cruiser guy now. I don't do that sports stuff anymore. Sports stuff is just, it goes too fast, you know. I'm not saying it's not too fast. I mean, I will break the law, because put me on a sport bike, you think I'm gonna do the speed limit? No. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the content of the video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. In the future, I will be making some video in regards to a build that my father is building. It's not motorcycle related. It's actually a 1955 Dodge. You guys have seen it in the previous videos on my channel. But I just want to let you know that he sent me a flash drive with all the video that he's made since he started building that truck. So I will be putting that all together, and I'll let you guys know when that launches, and you guys can watch his entire build transformation from taking a 1955 Dodge truck and putting the body on a Dodge Dakota frame. Hi, neighbor kid. So yes, stick around for that, because it's actually pretty cool what he does. My dad is very crafty whenever it comes to stuff like that, and I'm really proud of him for doing it. But yeah, if you guys don't mind, like I said, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all take it easy. I love you guys. Bye. I woke up this morning, tied my boots up, 'cause I knew it was gonna be a long day.